Well, chat, I've been talking to myself. I was muted this whole time. I was muted this whole time. I just looked down at the thing and noticed I was muted. Um, anyway, so today I'm gonna be writing um, instead of sitting around playing video games because it's something I want to do, and I keep putting it off and procrastinating and making excuses about why I can't do it. When really, like, who cares if it sucks? Just do it, and not like get it over with, but like just like prove to yourself that you can do it. So like you can start a story and then finish it. Um, so yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So there's some cool things. There's a thing. It's called the Legend of Pomodoro, and if you don't know what a Pomodoro timer is, basically it's the concept of like you work in like little spurts and then you take breaks, and that's to keep you from like burning out, and it gives you a time to like reset. Um, it also helps when you're like streaming and stuff. If you have people like that are watching you, then you can take that couple minute rest to like chat with people or talk about stuff. They're also called sprints. A lot of people call them like sprints, like writing sprints. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I got this cool little game. It's like an idle game. If you know what an idle game is, like I don't have to interact with it at all. I just hit start, and the timer starts up there where it says work and rest. You can see it. I can change the duration of the timer if I want to, but when you hit start, the numbers start going up on the stuff you're producing. So in this, like you're making tomatoes, you're growing tomatoes here in your little house at your little farm. You're also getting money, so you can go to the uh, quest, and you see this little guy who's out like in the woods camping, and like monsters come at him and he attacks them. So there's like two ways that you're making progress, right? And that's just to like kind of like gamify it a little bit, make it fun. You can spend your tomatoes to like upgrade how many tomatoes you get per second and stuff, or to upgrade your little fighter guy. Um, and it's just like a cool little way to like gamify and kind of like give yourself like credits. It's kind of fun. It gives you a little bit more incentive to keep doing it, stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, I need to get writing, and maybe if I do it this way, it'll hold me accountable, and I'll at least get something done. Again, if the quality is bad, I don't really care at this point. I can go back. You can go back and edit that stuff later and fix it all up. But for now, it's about getting what's up here, down here on the paper, and actually, making progress on it. So, with all that said, I'm going to turn on some cool music. We got some cyber space wave cosmic relaxation music or whatever, and then we're just gonna write. So all right, chat, I'm going to mute and start the timer, and then get to writing on the first sprint. See you on the other side. Okay, that's the first sprint done. Oh, it looks like it's winter here in our little village. We don't have enough tomatoes. Upgrade. Let's see, how's our little warrior guy doing? Looks like he's doing fine. You can see what the combat efficiency is. So we're doing good there. You can also like go to the town and you can like move around and look at the different buildings and stuff. Right now they don't do much, but as you progress through the game, you can unlock new townsfolk, you can unlock new buildings, additional like fields and stuff. This is our one guy right now. I can have the camera follow him around as he goes about his business. If you click on him, you get a little like tips and stuff. I think if I go here, you can actually see. Here's some like stats. I don't have any monuments, notable events, and I don't have any crystals right now to spend on magic. I thought there was a way you can see the little guy's name. I don't see it right now. Yeah, going into this scene that I'm writing right now, I didn't really even have any um, ideas for it. Like I said, it's been a while since I've like sat down and wrote a lot on it, so I'm kind of just I'm doing the thing where you just imagine something happening and you're just like writing it down. Like I don't have anywhere that it's going, and like as the people are talking, then I start getting an idea for like, oh, well, this is what could be happening right now. And like right now, oh, they're all sitting around the campfire and talking about what their home used to be like, sharing stories about when the Empire came and took over their planet and that sort of thing, right? Um, Something that's interesting there is that uh, Kulika, who is actually outside of the game, she's actually a Genfalian, which is the race that started the Empire. Um, but they don't really know anything about her. She's very secretive, right? No one really knows why she works with Gork. No one really knows, why she's taking part in uh, this mission to destroy the game world. Um, no one really knows what her motivations are. So they're kind of, they're talking, but they're kind of doing it a little bit like quietly because she is there, but she's currently not speaking to anyone, and she's locked herself away. They don't even know. Maybe she logged out for the night. They don't know. So, and then Seven, he's not like the rest of these guys. The only reason he's there is to buy himself passage back to home because his home hasn't been destroyed yet. His home hasn't been taken over. So it's kind of a weird feeling. Like he's kind of feeling like I don't really belong with these guys. I don't really have any of the same things going on, which is going to make him personally feel a bit separate from them. But for them, his motivations of trying to get home, um, you know, they can understand that because they would want to do the same were they in his position. So they're all reminiscing and being nostalgic about their homes. And here he is, he's trying to get back to his. So it's not weird to them that he's, taking part. And what I think I'm going to say, what I'm going to bring up is that they're going to start to be distrustful of Kolika. And especially when they get to the town they're trying to find, when they find this place, having followed Seven's intuition and not Kolika's, uh, you know, not her direction from reading the maps and stuff. That's where it's going to start to kind of sow the seed of doubt of like, why is she here? What is her real motives? What is she really doing here? How well do we actually know her? And then add that to her animosity towards Seven to begin with. It's kind of gonna create a rift, and I think that'll be um, an interesting thing to play around with as they're trying to uh, navigate this place. So, all right, well, it's time to get back into another sprint here. So, let's get to it. Hey, TARDIS. Let me pause for a bit so we can chat. What's up? Um, what's got me motivated? I don't know. It's not. I've been wanting to write, um, but I always tell myself like, oh, the only free time I have is after the kids go to bed, and by that point, I'm too tired, and I just want to veg out and play a video game and go to sleep. But then on the same token, I'm always disappointed in myself. Um, because I'm not putting the work in to actually do the thing. Um, so I don't know if anything's really pushed me over the edge. I guess I just got fed up with myself to try to be, like just do it already. I also read. I've been reading a lot more, listening to audiobooks and stuff. Um, and like my mom was over this weekend. Her birthday was today, and we celebrated her birthday over the weekend, and just talking about books. And she's an avid reader, and Guru Gal's an avid reader, and I like to consider myself an avid reader, but I don't read as much as either of those two do. Um, Mostly because I play video games instead. But yeah, games don't come with manuals. Although some of them do have a lot of text. To be fair, some games do. Yeah, I just always gave myself excuses about why I couldn't do it or why I wasn't doing it or whatever. But in reality, it's all they were. It's just excuses. So like anytime I'm sitting down playing video games, I could have just as easily been writing. The Completionist Chronicles. Oh, that sounds cool. Is that like video game related? Sounds like it would be game related. Yes. Nice. Yeah, I think it's finally to the point where like, everyone like people our age grew up with video games and stuff, right? So now it's like that's way more of a it's not an alienating thing anymore because like everybody's played games. Video games and virtual reality, nice. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of like that kind of thing. Is kind of like what inspired me, right? And I really do want to get into more of like what this game world is like, what it means to be able to like literally inhabit another physical body that isn't your own. Um, I just have to like figure out a way to do that that makes sense with the story. I think it probably needs to be like lore dump stuff, right? Like where I just write in a separate document, just write all those ideas and all that stuff out. And instead of it just being in the book, then it's like background lore just for me, and then maybe if like the books become really popular, I can release like an encyclopedia or something weird where like all that stuff's included. Yeah, lore dump sound. Yeah, yeah, just to iron all that stuff out because I need to have it for myself to make the rest of it seem like believable, right? Also, another thing that was like getting me down is like I was reading all these like published authors and all these books and stuff, and just seeing like how well everything was laid out and how it all made sense. Um, and that would kind of like bum me out, like, oh, mine's nowhere near that good. But then I didn't. But then I was thinking like, well, the process, and the process isn't like they sit down at the keyboard and a finished book comes out. That's not how it works, right? Like they sit down, they do what I'm doing and write like really crappy first drafts and then they edit and then they go back and then they rewrite and then they change things and they fix plot holes and blah 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 and like over and over and then after all that work comes out the finished product. So I can't hold myself to like, you know, a Mistborn novel when I'm still writing the first draft. Yeah, exactly, TARDIS. That's right. Just got to give myself grace. And also, like, my goal isn't to like make a ton of money anyway. I don't really care. I'm just doing this for me, and like maybe my kids someday to read, or anybody else who like wants to read it. So whether it's like great or not, like, meh, whatever. I did the thing. I put way too much honey in this tea, and it's kind of gross. It's kind of like just drinking honey. Yeah, how have you been, TARDIS? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. I think actually I need to move this because this window is over top of the actual there. Let's turn off that. I'm in Nashville until Thursday when I'll be in Rochester for a few weeks with my bestie. Oh, nice. Man, you really get around, don't you? Travel around a lot. Florida to Nashville to New York. Got the best massage of your life today? Oh, brother. Is it like a full body massage? Yeah. Yeah. I have never gotten a massage. The closest I've gotten is like physical therapy. Like that's the closest I've gotten. Guy was a miracle worker. Nice. Do you ever like feel like I feel like I would be self-conscious, like having someone rubbing all over my body? And I know it's not like that. I know it's not like that. Like they're not judging, but it's still like I would feel weird. But I can definitely understand how it would feel good because sometimes like doing the physical therapy or whatever, I would feel great after that. Maybe a little bit when you were younger. Oh, so it just takes like just keep doing it. Like how familiar do you get with your masseuse? Like do you talk to them? Talk about your day and stuff, or is it just like they don't say nothing, you don't say nothing, you just go in there, lay down, and they get to work? Like one of the things like I dislike the most about like getting my hair cut is like having to make small talk. But I'm like too nice. Like I'm too nice to just like ignore the person, you know? Like if they talk to me, I'm going to talk back to them. And I like to talk, but I just sometimes I just get annoyed at making small talk. What areas to address and how much pressure? Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. Is it expensive? How much does a massage cost? Like, can I get that covered by my insurance? Probably not, right? Not unless it's like a doctor order or something. They just call that physical therapy then. 60 to 90 an hour. I don't know. How long do the effects last? Like, does it last a week or a month or like how long do you feel good? Until you sleep crappy. That's fair. Yeah, I get that. When all the pains start to settle back in. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's been. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a massage because I've not been sleeping well lately. A couple weeks to a month. Nice. That's a pretty good deal. $60 for a couple weeks of feeling good. That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. My well, I wear like the like tracker watch, you know, that tracks your heartbeat and stuff. And it said I got like 40 minutes of deep sleep last night, and that was it. I feel so relaxed and limber. Nice. Oh, that's big too. If your neck is messed up, that'll ruin your whole day. That's neat. Glad you're doing good. I saw that yeah, definitely worth it to treat yourself. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll look into that. I definitely need to treat myself more than I already do. Oh, speaking of treating yourself, I got donuts this morning. We got we got a dozen donuts and they were gone like in a day. We gave our kids some though. So it wasn't. There's one left. There's one left. To be fair though, there's six of us. But we definitely did not give all of the kids two each. Did they? How many did we give them? Four? We cut up four of them? Yeah, but I guess it is two each. Look at us. Look at us. We're so nice. We're so nice. We went to a place called it's called Donut House, but it's donut and then it's Haus, like house, like German for house, I think. Um, it's really good, really good. I haven't had, I feel like I haven't had donuts in so long, like actual real donuts. These were so good. Yeah, I don't know if it's a local place or not technically. I think it is, but you know how that is. Sometimes they can be chains and you just don't know it. Yeah, I think it's just a local place though. But it was really good. And man, I had to take so I took we took Poppy to the vet to do like our trial run for the border, like for boarding. Because they wanted to this would be her is her first time. We're getting ready to go on vacation here in a little bit, and we wanted to make sure that she was like good to go. So yeah, I don't have any Poppy command yet. I'm sorry. She is up here though. She's asleep. She's over on the other side of the room in her kennel or in her cage or crate. But yeah, I don't have a cam on her, and I don't think the Daisy cam is working right now either. But she's behind me sleeping. I know I'm slipping. I don't have my stuff figured out. Yeah, I don't see it. It's not on. Sorry. Yeah, I guess I could just rotate pictures in if the camera's not on. Huh? A picture of Poppy I can hold up to the camera. Let me get my phone. I take a fair amount of pictures of Poppy when she's being cute, which is almost always. Make sure the kids aren't in it. Yeah, this is a pretty good one of Daisy and Poppy. You guys, oh, they're not gonna be able to see this really. Can you see that? That's Daisy. Daisy's the black and white one, and Poppy's the golden retriever pup. Let's see. Well, here's a good one of her in her cage. Hang on. Well, I'm trying to. I got to do it where I'm not doxing you by having your name on it. You know what I mean? Here we go. Here's Poppy. Her crate. Oh, my camera doesn't like it. Camera don't like it. It's like I'm not going to show that picture. See her laying in a crate. It's very small. Yeah. Can't get it on there. Maybe I'll put him in the Discord. How about that? Or you're on the Discord, right, babe? Yeah, we have a Poppy channel in the Discord. Well, it's a pets channel, but um, Oh, anyway, like what I was saying is, we took her to the vet, and she did great there. But I also had to run a few errands. I had to take like Tardis says, "Guru go." She says, "Hello." Um, she's gonna put some pictures in Discord for us. But yeah, the Gibson. I had to run a few errands, and I went to the UPS store. And these ladies in the UPS store were just the sweetest. They were so sweet. They were so nice. And they're like, now technically, if you check out the instructions, it says you're supposed to tape up the box. But you did great. You did great, so don't worry about it. And I was like, oh man. And she's like, see, you're just not following the rules, sir. I was like, well, how much is that tape going to cost me? And she said, well, it's going to be $86.75. Or you could fill out this survey. So I filled out. So it was cute. It was fun. They were super nice. Um, so that was fun. And then when I went to the donut place, I texted Guru guy and I was like, "Hey, so I'm right next to this donut shop. What if I just got donuts?" And so she's like, "Oh, that'd be weird." She said, "Whoops, got donuts." So yeah, so I went in and got a dozen donuts, and everybody in there was super nice, and like people were holding the door for everybody else, and it's just a very nice experience. It's just a good time, a very nice experience, and yeah, it was just nice. I don't know, it was pretty nice. I was like, oh, these humans are pretty nice. So that was a good. It was good fun, and then like I said, the donuts were delicious. Although I really tried to restrain myself from going crazy, eating a ton of donuts. I think I had ultimately I had let's see, I had half of that one. Okay, uh I had a full donut that had like the cream in it with the chocolate on top. I had a full one of those. And then I had half of like an apple fritter, and then half of another one that had frosting and sprinkles on the top. So I had two donuts today, and I have two half donuts left for tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. Although I don't know how I'm going to do it. I mean, personally, I don't really mind to eat in front of the kids. I know they're going to be bummed because they don't get any more donuts. Uh, but which in my mind, in being mean, I'm like, well, that's just life. They have to deal with it. But also, it's kind of messed up to be like, here, kids, have your plain oatmeal while daddy scarfs down on these donuts. So I might save them. I might save them. We'll see. Or we might sneak them. We'll see how it goes. What'd you say? Oh, the ones that were already up on there? Oh, that's all right. Yeah, two donuts. I didn't think it was that bad, all things considered. I mean, I don't even want to know how many calories are in those things, but probably a lot. Yeah, they were good though. And then we got Poppy back, and we immediately you got to either sneak or give them some. I know I'm going to have to sneak. They don't need any more sugar. I don't want to give them any more sugar. They didn't. They weren't really like miss. They didn't really have bad behavior today. Something was going on with our oldest daughter, but I don't know what that was about. She was very. I don't even know what to call it. She just didn't want to do anything. She was hormonal. Is that what you think it was? I guess it could be. She's, she's she's neuro spicy. My wife said. Yes, yeah, I heard her say that. Well, I said, you know what that is? I said that's your pride. You're getting in the way. That's not. It is true. It's the same reason. Yeah. What? No, she didn't want to lose an argument. Did you ask her why? Oh, that's not what she told me. She told me before that she was saying she didn't want to because, well, I asked her if it was because then it means that she loses. Because that's what she was thinking, babe. I know it too because that's how I think sometimes. It's like I'm like I know she's right, but if I admit that now, I lose the argument, and I don't want to lose. So I'm going to keep fighting this fight, even though I don't have any real reason to be this way. And that's just because I'm too proud and I don't want to have lost the argument. So, but what I told her though is I said we're on the same team. It's not an argument that you're going to win or lose, and that the reason you should do it is just to help yourself out. You fight until you feel like you put up a really good argument and then you concede. I don't know. I usually fight until I realize that I'm wrong, and then I fight some more, and then eventually, after the other person I've been fighting with, they throw up their hands and storm off. Then I'll go apologize and say I was wrong. That's usually what happens. Well, maybe not usually, but that sometimes happens. I think usually I'd like to say usually they don't get to the point where it's a big argument, and I just will apologize quickly. But sometimes when I'm feeling spicy, uh, I just won't relent. And I also have a habit of like chasing people down. So like if they turn to walk away while we're in the middle of an argument, I'll follow them. Most of the time you're feeling spicy. No, not all the time. This weekend I was feeling spicy one day and then I realized it and I apologized to everybody for I was like I don't know what's going on and I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to do better. But I was in a cranky mood. I know it's wrong. I'm talking about it. Don't I get credit for like admitting this stuff ever? Goodness. My wife's over there like, see, even she knows it's wrong. I was like, I said it was wrong. I didn't say it was a good thing that I follow people. That's because I feel like I have to win the argument. And I know it's a bad thing. That's why I was saying that. That's why I recognized it in my daughter, because it happens to me. I think it's most of them. Yeah, and then you realize you're just doing it so you can win the argument. Like I'm the parent, you have to do it because I said to do it. That's not good either. Oh yeah, I know TARDIS. I know it. Huh? She says I've gotten better, my wife says. The chasing thing. I've just gotten old is the thing. I just can't run as fast anymore. I can't chase you as much anymore. I told Char I what was that I said? I can't remember what context it was, but it was like I'll stop chasing tail if it stops running. Something like that. I just thought it was a really funny thing to say. uh oh, it's true though, TARDIS. Man, I feel so old sometimes. Gosh. Body doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I was just sitting on the couch earlier today. It was like I was sitting there for like 30 minutes. And when I went to get up, my knee was all stiff. I'm like, what? I can't even just sit down anymore? Like, even sitting causes me to have issues. She said, you're telling me. Maybe I need to go get some of that massage action. That's what I need to do. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. I'm sleeping through it. I don't care anymore. If the tornado's gonna come take me off to the Wizard of Oz land, so be it.
You have children.
Yeah, well, they can come too. Our kids, that's what we should be for Halloween, like the Wizard of Oz. That'd be fun. You know?
Yeah,
We've got enough. Well, I know you got it. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Alex could be one of those evil monkeys. Let's see. Who would I be? The Tin Man? Who'd be the Tin Man? Who would you want to be? Dorothy? What'd you say?
Linda.
Oh, the Good Witch?
Oh, yeah, that's not her.
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe not. She might want to be the Wicked Witch. She sometimes goes in the
She probably would
villain
want to be
category.
Toto.
Or, yeah.
She'd be Toto, is what she would be. You've got two Totos. Who's going to be Oz?
I thought you.
Oh, you think I should be Oz?
No.
I could be Oz. What does he look like though? It's just a big head. Are you saying I have a big head? Oh, okay. I see. I see what it is. I see how it is. I'm gonna finish this gross tea. She said I got the perfect size head to play Oz. Oh man. Oh, TARDIS, I don't know if you saw. I got a green screen finally, and I was doing green screen VR the other day. It was actually one of the things I had to return today was the first green screen they sent me. They didn't have all the right parts. Couldn't even set it up. Oh, and I played. Yeah, it's in the VODs. You can go back. It's a couple days ago. And then I played 7 Days to Die. Came out 1.0, which I'm sure you know. Um, but I started playing that 2 nights ago. Friday, I think it was. Yeah, it's it's good. I like it. It feels a lot better. I don't know if they changed like the way the controller works. You know I use a controller. I'm a baby, but I like to use the controller and it plays a lot better on the controller. Um, One weird thing is though like you can't sleep, right? Like I didn't remember that you couldn't sleep. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima is fantastic. That game's awesome. I love that game. That was what I was going to play tonight if I didn't write. No, he's never been able to sleep. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like I put down the bedroll and then I was like, wait, I can't actually sleep. This is the spawn place. But also the game is like it's kind of brutally hard. Oh, you played Ghost of Tsushima? I didn't know you played that. Oh yeah, I'm a big sucker for like samurai stuff. I really love that. My guy is like samurai all the way. I don't sneak attack anybody in that game. Like I'm confronting them all the time. Oh, they ramped up the difficulty a little bit. Yeah. I was going to say like it seemed pretty tough. Like even running up against like one regular zombie was like I was using like 5, 6 arrows. And I feel like I ran out of stamina so quick. Like trying to fight these dudes. You're a snake in the grass. Nice. Yeah, in 7 Days to Die, I like being stealthy. Well, as much as you can. Like sneak in and shoot them in the head with arrows or whatever. Like that's cool because then you can get them. You get like a 3.5 sneak attack damage. Usually kills them. Stamina's rough. Yeah, it is rough. But I finally got to the trader guy, so that's good. I think that's where I stopped it actually. I finally got to the trader, and I did like one mission for him where you had to like dig up some supplies and then bring them back to him. I did that, so that was pretty cool. I didn't know they had that as an option in the game, but then again, the only times I ever played, he's even more pissy than he used to be. Yeah, I noticed that. But his mouth doesn't move at all when he talks to you, which kind of like freaks me out. It's like he's psychic or something. They added more voice lines. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I knew you would know what's up. And I even said that when I started playing it. I was like, my friend has like 1,900 hours in this game. You've never noticed that his mouth doesn't move? Oh, I noticed it immediately. His mouth does not move at all. They didn't even bother to try to animate it. He's just like, his mouth doesn't move at all. Calling me names and stuff. Shake my head. Oh, yeah, there's too many, there's so many games. You see, there's so many games. Not enough time. Yeah, and that was going back to like my motivation thing. I was like, I gotta make the time if I want it to be a thing. Because if I'm just sitting around waiting for the time to happen, it's just not going to. And that's one of the things like all the writers say, like Stephen King and all those people say, like you got to make it a routine. You got to find a spot where you're not going to be distracted, where you can just sit down and do it. And the only time I ever have any time that's like that is like right now. Like after the kids are in bed, the wife's reading a book in bed, and I'm sitting here playing a video game. That's the only time I have. You gotta talk to Guru Gal about that going to Gatlinburg. She's the vacation planner. This one coming up though, we're going to a campground just for the weekend. So it's only like over the weekend. So we're not going that far. She's too busy reading. She's not gonna answer. She's actually falling asleep. She said, "When are we going to Gatlinburg?" Staying in a cabin. Yeah, we're not camping. Staying in a cabin. Yeah. Um, her parents have a trailer. Is it a short trailer? No, camper. They have a camper. Um, which they're not going to be using this trip either. But that was the original reason we started that we were going to go to campgrounds. But then we found a cabin that could sleep all of us, and so we're going to do that instead. Put Gatlinburg on the list. We have a long list. She said what needs to. I need more PTO is what the thing is. Oh, I didn't do that today. I'll put it on my Google Calendar right now, and it'll remind me to do it tomorrow because I forgot to do that today. I gotta actually take PTO. Wait a minute. What? Gatlinburg in the fall. Yeah, that would be nice. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Right. All right, let's go like this. Let's see, this day to this day. But what's in Ohio? Well, Cincinnati's pretty nice, huh? The Bengals, yeah, there you go. Bengal Stadium, the Ohio State University, yeah. Not a lot else. Yeah, we got corn. You like corn? I'll tell you all about it. It's got the juice. Okay, right there. Put in a reminder tomorrow to do the thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what else there is really to do in Ohio. I mean, you got like theme parks, like Kings Island or whatever, museums. The zoo's really good. Cincinnati Zoo's really good. What you saying? Yeah, it's the second oldest zoo in the United States. That's about it, honestly. I don't know. So there you go. And then there's like cabins and stuff like that everywhere. The Ohio River, if you like rivers, if you're into rivers, the Ohio River is a big one. Um, So Gatlinburg it is. I don't know. I mean, there's just as much as
I feel
that's
like
in Gatlin.
in Ohio have all the same things.
Gatlin.
Gatlinburg, it's all in one road. In
Yeah,
Ohio, it's all
In
in the state.
Gatlinburg, it's all in one road. She said that's
You
true.
have to drive all over the whole state.
Well, don't they have that? They've got the Creation Museum now, right? Isn't that in Gatlinburg? Is that in Kentucky?
Yeah, that's
I thought that was in Tennessee. What is that? No, what is it? What's the upside down building? You know what I'm talking about? Wonderworks? Ah, okay. Interesting. And then is that where the Dixie Stampede is? Yeah. Ridley's, yeah. Oh man. Our son would love going to Ridley's, wouldn't he? I don't think we've been down there when they've been big.
Nathan was the last time we were there.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a little itty bitty baby. And he screamed so much in that car. I remember feeling so, I don't know, just like defeated that day. With him just crying and crying and nothing would stop him. And then your parents were just like, this is what it is. This is what it's like. This is what being a parent's like. Thanks, guys. That's helpful. No, and then she was like, just take him out of the car seat. Then she kept saying that. Like, no, we're in a moving vehicle.
She said they get like that after.
They do
Be
cry.
like that.
They do be like that. Now we got the dog doing that. Poppy's like that now. She gets so mad. Or like when she hears, isn't it so funny when she hears his voice when he comes down and she makes that noise? Back then we didn't use car seats. No seatbelts. Oh yeah, I remember like riding, like sleeping on the back seat when we were driving and stuff, like laying down, sleeping, no seatbelts. Yeah, they did a lot of things back then that I probably should have. Oh man. All right, y'all. Well, I'm sleepy now, so I think I'm going to go to sleep. Exiting my apps. Look at this cool background I found. Isn't that neat?
I love it.
All these fancy books and stuff. Yeah, it was good. It was good catching up, TARDIS. There's a new No Man's Sky expedition I haven't even started yet either. It's just not enough time for games. Maybe I'll secretly take PTO and just play video games. You think I could get away with that? What? Then we're never gonna get to Gatlinburg if I just sneak and take PTO. Oh, you finished this one? Was it good? Did you get good stuff? I don't even know what stuff we're supposed to get. I haven't been keeping up on it. I've been really wanting to play Psychonauts 2 again, but then I realized I don't actually own it. Ah, Ludovis. Not like anyone I work with ever watches any of my streams. It's not a big deal. There's a bug suit. Like to get a bug suit. Yuck. Hey, it's Ludi. What's up, Ludi? He's gonna call my boss and tell him I'm secretly taking PTO. You know what? I bet my boss wouldn't even care. He wouldn't even care. He's so laid back. The Starship Troopers movie. Yeah, I heard people talking about stomping on bugs. You gotta kill bugs. Oh, whoa, jeez. I gotta remember to cover my mouth because like the whole internet does not want to see down my throat. Oh man. All right, everybody. Well, it was good catching up with everybody. Hey, I got some writing done, so that's good. When she was telling me about the Completionist Chronicles, maybe I'll have to look those up. Yeah, she said it was a book. She said it was an audio book she was listening to, but yeah, no problem, Ludi. Yeah, I'm trying to do the thing, you know? I'm trying to give myself grace. So if I just if I just make a habit of doing a little bit every day, then hopefully, hopefully it'll become a thing. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Um, thank you for being a friend. Remember to hack the planet for peace. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.